What's good? Can get your boy Solo Bands back another reaction. And today we got a video made by Jalopez Bungus. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I don't know. I'll leave the channel right there so y'all can see. I know I probably pronounced it wrong, but I've been watching his channel around the same time as Big Kish. Today we're gonna check out this video. Kendrick Lamar is a hypocrite. I already know what this is about. It's because Kendrick Lamar decided to make 3 huge guest appearances on Playboi Carti's new album. First thing first, it's a whole lot I want to say in this video. But the most important thing I want to say off the rip is a lot of y'all are making a big deal out of it, and it's not even because of the music. Like a lot of Carti fans don't like Kendrick music, and a lot of Kendrick fans don't like Carti's music. You know what I'm saying? And I get it, because they're complete opposites. Playboi Carti and Kendrick would work so well together because they both make weird voices. But at the same time, they're opposites. Like, if anything, Kendrick Lamar is known for being a little too lyrical, if anything. And Carti is known for not having any lyrical ability, period. I'm going to just be real with y'all. Like, he's gotten better over the years, for sure. But come on, you don't go to Playboi Carti for lyrics. You just don't. Anyways, if you're mad at the collab because of that, I get it. But as far as the people that's mad because he decided to collab with Carti because of his moral compass after claiming a big deal with Drake, I don't fully understand that narrative, just because Carti has been accused of this stuff. There's literally no evidence. The only thing you can maybe say that he did that was really bad, that there might be a little bit of proof, maybe, is the fact he might be a deadbeat. But then again, we're literally going based on Iggy's word. We don't really know for sure how active he is in his kid's life. We're just assuming that he's not. Honestly speaking, same thing with Drake. We're just assuming that he was a pedo. We're just assuming that. But let me tell you why it's a bigger deal and why people will believe Drake is a pedo more than Carti being a beater, a woman beater. Because we're listening to people's words with no evidence versus we're seeing an actual video footage of Drake looking twice at a teenager, kissing a teenager, caressing a teenager, doing all this weird stuff after finding out she was underage. So it's different. It's not the same thing. The comparison is not the same thing. Now, am I saying that Playboi Carti is innocent? No. All I'm saying is this. It's not the same thing, because we have actual proof. We have actual stuff that could actually make the narrative fit better that Drake is a pedo versus Carti being a beater. Like, we don't really have no actual evidence to show that he really is one. We're just going on assumptions on what other people said. Honestly, I'm gonna just be real. And this coming from a person who don't like Carti music at all. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. Anyways, we're gonna get to the video. I'm not gonna yap too much more, but I just want to get that off. I just want to say that much off the rip.
It's about to get surgical. So stay with me, okay? I need you to open your mind.
Mine's open.
I need you to be open to the full capacity of who you are as a human being to watch this video. That means being aware of the gifts that you bring to the world, and what would be the opposite of gifts? Whatever that is to the world. You see what I'm saying? Being aware of both of those sides of you, the yin and yang.
The yin and yang, the good and the bad.
Because there's this narrative going around that, you know, people saying Kendrick Lamar is a hypocrite.
So is he saying he's a hypocrite, or he not saying? I'm assuming probably not saying it. Oh, he is. Okay, he is.
He is. So what I'm trying to figure out is what's the gotcha moment there?
What's the gotcha moment?
Is Kendrick Lamar supposed to be held to a higher standard than those who actually do harm to people actually are being charged and going to prison and are stealing art from people and all this different stuff. Or is he supposed to be held to a higher regard of morality because he doesn't do those things?
That is confusing. That is a good point. That's a good
Check
point.
out how this app helped me buy whatever I want in my favorite
People
game.
don't want to
Limited
admit
money
that.
makes it so you can get what you want from the game right from jump without the.
Is it the hypocrisy is in sentiment right there.
True.
There's
It
hypocrisy in that sentiment right there. And that should tell you that not only is Kendrick Lamar a hypocrite,
but you a hypocrite too.
You're a hypocrite.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We all hypocrites, if I'm being real. We all hypocrites. Like, if we want to be completely honest, we all hypocrites. Your mama's a hypocrite. My mama's a hypocrite. Your daddy is a hypocrite. Only person that's really not a hypocrite, maybe, is God. That's really it. Everybody else, I mean, nobody is perfect. Like, people will spread, let's say, for example, there's people that will spread to stop the violence, but continue to inflict violence, literally. There's people that will say, oh, you can't be listening to what's the word, secular music. You can't be listening to secular music. They'll say like it's a bad, like a terrible thing to listen to secular music. But those same people that try to tell you you can't be listening to secular music, they'll sit there and listen to R&B. It's secular music too. It's just different types. It's just different from rap. They both talk about what's the word? Not necessarily moral type of things. You know what I'm saying? R&B talks about sex. And a lot of times the R&B and sex, it's not with their wife. Let's be real. It's about the late night they had with this one baddie that they had met off the out the club. Took her to the bedroom and started cracking buns. You know what I'm saying? So realistically, it's not what God would want you to do. So at the end of the day, it's still talk about the stuff that's not holy. It still is, if you really think about it.
I bet if you took the time to really dissect and go inside and introspect and become introspective with yourself, you would find out very quickly that you are a hypocrite on a daily basis.
Oh, yeah, of course we are. We all are.
On a daily basis. Now the problem is a lot of people are not interested.
My thing is, I'm gonna run this back a little bit. I'm gonna run this back a little bit so I can let them talk. But the moment y'all should have known, or y'all shouldn't have really been surprised he collabed with Carti in the first place. Like, if y'all was gonna call him a hypocrite for collabing with Carti, y'all should have called him a hypocrite for collabing with Future. Cause they not that different, realistically. They not that different. They both, if you wanna be realistic, Future the type to pipe a girl and then get her pregnant, but disappear, vanish. Literally, bro. Literally. So they not that different for real. They both, if you want to be technical, they both dog females. Technically. But y'all list the Future, don't y'all? Y'all love Future. Y'all said this man low-key deserved to replace J. Cole in the Big Three when J. Cole apologized. So does that mean that that's all I'm saying right there? That's all I'm saying. We all hypocrites. Like Kendrick, yeah, he's a hypocrite. He collabed with Future, but called out Drake. Of course he's a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you the difference. I'm going to tell you one thing that's different between Future and Drake. I'm going to tell you one thing that's different between Future and Drake. Drake, he got his mistakes in plain sight. Not hidden sight. Plain sight. There's little footage of him doing these weird things. There's literal footage. There was little DMs of him talking to minors on multiple occasions. You can't find nothing from Future. Drake showcases stuff to the world. That's the only difference. If you want to be real,
you would find out very quickly that you are a hypocrite on a daily basis. On a daily basis. Now, the problem is a lot of people are not introspective. Because to be introspective, you have to face the ugly in you too.
Yeah.
And that hurts. Especially when at our core, we want to be accepted. We want to be respected. We want to be loved. We want to be coddled. We want to be appreciated. So anything that goes against those feelings is naturally going to feel,
it's going to hurt every
weird
time.
At first. You see what I'm saying? People don't want to go inward because that's what they would have to face. It's in everybody. It's in everybody. It's in everybody. Even if you don't believe in the Bible or God either, that's okay. Because I'm sure you can see this in your everyday life. But even in the Bible, the whole essence of Jesus coming to earth is to accept the fact that we are not perfect because we are human.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? Now let's get to the deeper part of this. Do y'all really want to know the real reason why people hate Kendrick Lamar?
Because he on top.
I was thinking about this, bruh, and I don't care. You could say I'm reaching. You could say whatever you want. But I'm seeing the theme here. Okay?
He's on top. That's got to be what it is.
Do you want to know the real reason why people hate Kendrick Lamar? It's because he's human.
Or because he's human. That's why you...
Isn't that weird to think about? And you know this.
I really think it's a mix of both, though. I really think it's because he's on top. Because no matter what, if you're on top, people are always going to hate you. I really do believe that, though. I do believe that. Like, people hated Drake. People really hated Drake when he was on top. Like, when he was, without a doubt, well, like not even close. Nobody else even close to being on this level. A lot of people hated on Drake. A lot of people did. Trust and believe. I seen it. So I feel like it don't matter. Like, if you on top, people gonna always hate. That's what I honestly feel. You know what I'm saying? But human too. That's facts too, though.
It's because humanity is humanity. We're all human. Even if the people that are making all this money and doing all this, they're human too. Right? The one thing humanity hates itself is humanity. We kill each other. We steal from each other. We leave each other behind. We destroy each other. This is what we do. The one thing that humanity does hates its most is itself.
That's so true, y'all. I ain't gonna lie.
But the thing is, humanity finds ways to escape that. It finds ways to escape that feeling. You see what I'm saying? It finds a way to escape that feeling. It drinks. It smokes. It does all these different things to escape that feeling of recognizing that you're not this perfect person.
That's the best way of coping.
And if we go through Kendrick Lamar's entire catalog, that's all he's telling us. From Section 80 to GNX, that's all he's telling us. Kendrick Lamar is a representation of what it is to truly be human, to be vulnerable. To
people really think that Good Kid, Mad City is him talking about him being a good kid in a bad in a bad city. When that's not necessarily him saying that he's just all innocent. That's not him just saying he's just an innocent person. He hasn't done any bad things in that bad city. That's just a person with a good heart. He got a good heart, but he's a product of his environment. The city bad, so a lot of times when the city and the people around you is bad, a lot of times you will become a product, or you will latch on to the things that other people are doing because you see them doing it. You might want to do it just because they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I look at that. For example,
to be open, to be honest about you. And people need escapes. Pop culture is supposed to be an escape. You're supposed to be able to get away from your problems with pop culture. So when anybody like Kendrick Lamar, and he's not the first person at all, and he won't be the last. So for anybody like Kendrick Lamar, who is real, raw, and vulnerable, it reminds people of those parts of themselves.
Yeah. And they hate facing it.
Take that in.
They don't like facing that. They like to have the false illusion. They like to have illusions of themselves. To feel like that they're something that they're not. Like they like to feel like that they're a god. You know, they like to feel like they're perfect. They just got everything all together, when in reality, we don't. Not everybody got everything together.
So human people, think about it. They hate Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? A demographic of people, of course. They hate Tupac.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. How?
What's the one thing in common they got? Kendrick more does it on the music side, but Tupac did it in the music and in real life. Tupac was human. And people, how can you be talented, a gangster, somebody who's political, somebody who's also compassionate? How can you be all those things? Because you're a human. And you're shaped by your experiences. Who else? People like, we got plenty. Martin Luther King. You think they loved Martin Luther King at the time he was coming around? No.
Absolutely not. They hated him.
Malcolm X.
They hated him more.
What we doing?
They killed him because
what we doing? Anybody that showed you the
while
humanity,
he was giving his speech,
they was fighting for their humanity in general. And people having to look at that as like, I have to recognize you're human to stop treating you this way. And that's why they hated it. People hate the people that remind them of their true humanity. So pop culture is supposed to be a way of escaping. Listening to something that's going to take your mind off it. You're not going to think about nothing, and you're just going to be vibing. No thoughts, no introspection, no nothing. And that's okay. But that's why when people like Kendrick Lamar come along, people are confused and they're uncomfortable. And that's all you're seeing. You're seeing people have to recognize that the dude who's at the top of the game.
It makes sense now, too. After hearing Tyler Curter, y'all gonna get the video coming out soon, too. It's a whole lot of editing I gotta do. But after hearing one album from Tyler Curter, I see the similarities from him and Kendrick, and now I see why they get so much hate. Because they open, they say stuff that a normal person, a normal rapper wouldn't say. It makes sense now why y'all hate. It makes sense why people hate Tyler Curter. Me personally, I love. So far, I'm loving him. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know I was gonna love him this much, but I'm loving Tyler Curter. I'm not gonna lie. And the reason why I love him is because he's very open and honest about who he is, how he is. Both of them, honestly, they both open in their music, and I love it because like it just reminds me that we're not different. We're not like just because he got all that money and fame, they both humans, and they acknowledge that too. So I can't help but to respect the fact that they talk about it in their music too. It's relatable. Well, a lot of the stuff that they saying is relatable. It's easy to relate to their music compared to other rappers.
Is not going to let you escape too much. You're going to have to face yourself with this dude on the top of the game. And that's the real reason they hate Kendrick Lamar. And you hear it in their sentiments when they say he's a hypocrite. They're like, you hear it in the sentiments. You see what I'm saying? So because of that, when we get to Kendrick Lamar, right, and we start talking about the Drake battle and all this, and bro, they were battling and they got to a point where somebody took it too far, so the other person had to go out and jump out the window. That's the only way, that's the only thing you could do to protect you. If somebody go out there and call you a wife beater and boom, boom, what can you do besides defend yourself?
You have to. That's fact.
Especially when you warned the dude. What you supposed to do?
You supposed to just
you
take
gotta
the punches?
go to that dark side of you that you don't like and turn the fuck up.
Facts.
And that's reality for you. And that's the reality that we all face in our day-to-day lives, in our monthly-to-monthly lives, in our year lives.
I ain't want to do this to
we face
to you,
those moments of, damn, I gotta tap into something I don't want to tap into right now. But sometimes it's for survival. Sometimes it's for whatever. It's human. You human.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's the reality of it. You know what I mean? They hate Kendrick because he's human. And he reminds them that they're human. And this video going on for a long time, but you know what? Let's just rock.
Shoot.
Go from homemade recipe to household name.
I also want to talk about this third verse. On Black of the Berry, I'm the biggest hypocrite of 2015. You feel me? And he had been talking about just his perspective as a black person. That's really all the song is. The true perspective of somebody who was black and who was angry. And that's how the process goes. And he starts talking about the war going on in in Africa. And that they was probably gonna go to war, and how that reminded him of the Crips and Bloods at home. And when you find out that your kind or the circumstance that you're in isn't the only circumstance where humans are acting this way, you start to realize, oh, this is a humanity situation.
Yeah.
There's some things at our core that we just are. And that's war. That's being in division. That's what we are. You see what I'm saying? Even if you look in the Bible, what was it? I think it was Genesis 11:3. And they talking about the Tower of Babel. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I didn't turn I turned the whatever. Anyway, but yeah, even if they were talking about the Tower of Babel in the beginning of time, like we wanted to come together to build a tower as big as the heavens, so we will be respected and remembered, right? And God saw that and was like, nah, and separated everybody. And I remember reading that, like, why would he do that? And it's because when humans come together and unify, right, we're unstoppable. But because of the wickedness that is naturally in our hearts, that is dangerous.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
So true.
And even if you don't believe in the Bible, that's something to take away in general. You feel me? But in this verse,
I know a verse you're talking about.
When he start talking about, so no matter how much I say I like to preach with the Panthers or tell Georgia State, Marcus Garvey get all the answers. Like when he's saying all of that, he's saying all the stuff that we say that we would do for our people, that we love our people, all this different stuff. But then some of us turn around and kill each other for little things, for
Facts.
principles and morals. Not morals, for principles and codes. You see what I'm saying? And right here, it's like, I think a lot of people feel like Kendrick is talking to them. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people feel like Kendrick is talking at them because that's how people feel when you expose something about themselves. They feel like you're talking at them because they don't want to see that. They don't want to feel that.
They're not talking, having a conversation.
This right here is the big idea of what it is to be human, to be a hypocrite. To say one thing, do another thing. To do one thing, say another thing. You feel me? And that's just the reality of what we all do. Now, there is levels to it, though.
There is.
You feel me? Like, that don't mean I can't criticize you for having trafficking rings and shit.
Yeah. That's completely
You see what I'm
different.
saying? That's the humanity of it. Yeah, I do wrong, but that don't make it exempt from, you know what I'm saying? Like, in reality, we get in a battle, you talking crazy about me, I might go at you and say some crazy shit about you and call you a deadbeat, right? Somebody might call a person a deadbeat, but then they got families that's a deadbeat.
Yeah.
And they be talking
that's
to
true.
them. Boom, boom. Like, if we doing it, that like people do these type of things every day.
Yeah, we do.
Even
we
if it's
all
not
do.
that specifically. We do that all the time. So the fact that we're judging the battle based on morale, that Kendrick Lamar was
Honestly, it should never been about morality. Me personally, what made me think that Kendrick won the beef, it's not about the stuff that he exposed about Drake or said about Drake. Because they both said some allegations. Truth be told, we don't know which ones is true and which ones are false. Truth be told, honestly speaking. It's the wordplay, the rap, the songs. Kendrick's songs were just genuinely better in the battle. It was genuinely better. Like, the entire concept of some of the diss tracks was just simply better. I'ma just be real with y'all. Like, y'all can say Family Matters is a better diss, but in my opinion, I think the concept of Meet the Grimes and the way he executed it was way, way, way crazier than Family Matters. And the fact that he did that and dropped it only 20 minutes after he dropped Family Matters, after Drake said, "You're dead," like he just won the battle, and then he came through with that, and then after that, back to back, dropped Not Like Us. I mean, it wasn't really fair. And the fact that Drake, the way he ended things off on Hard Part 6 is what made me really think, yeah, Kendrick won this. Because, like, he's not really doing the same, he's not going the same energy he was doing. He wasn't even on the timestamp Drake type of energy. He was just saying a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't make sense, and that was clearly lies. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I say clearly lies, I mean the stuff where he was like, "Oh, you're just saying this because you got molested as a kid." Obviously, Kendrick, if you listen to Kendrick's song, you know he didn't say that. He said his mom got molested. And I'm not going to get too much to that. I'm not going to get too much to that. But the fact that he had to defend himself and the way he defended himself was that poorly is what made me feel like Kendrick really, really did cook him. Like, really did. So, it should never been about who was morally better. It's about who made a better diss track. And to me, I think Kendrick Lamar has way more quotables, way more stuff that sticks that Drake doesn't have. I'm going to just be real with y'all. That's just my opinion, though.
Was speaking on is crazy. Like, Drake was doing the same thing. It's because they're human and they going at each other and they're trying to tear each other down.
Yeah.
Because they don't like each other.
Facts.
You feel me? So it's like, and we don't even know what's been going on behind the scenes.
We don't even know why.
On a real low. So it's like, bro,
we don't even know why they really hate each other, because a lot of people forget. This is what Drake said out his own mouth in the first diss track. He said in Push-Ups, "And that little song y'all got didn't start a beef with us. This been brewing in the pot. This beef really been going on." That's basically what Drake said. I'll put the lyrics up right here. Y'all choose to read it or y'all choose not to. It's on y'all. But the truth be told, Drake said they been beefing. Like, that song they had together didn't start nothing. It didn't start no beef for real. They been beefing, apparently. So, that's Drake saying it. Kendrick Lamar never said that. That was Drake saying it. So, that narrative where it's a one-sided beef is also confusing.
The reality is one of them got their ass whooped. He got packed the fuck up. All this other shit, oh, he a hypocrite because he said he called Drake a deadbeat dad, but then did a song with Playboi Carti. Okay, nigga, that's a human ass trait. I would rather be around somebody who is talking crazy about somebody they don't like, and then rocking with somebody that might be similar than somebody that might be a trafficker. I just feel like, you see what I'm saying? Like I just feel like,
yeah,
like some things
I see
is
what
like,
you're saying.
Nigga, yeah, that. I mean, I can see what you're saying, but why are you using that as a gotcha in this moment? Like the dude you going for don't got all types of footage and evidence of this dude being weird with underage girls.
It's not the same. It's levels to it. They different.
Why are we comparing somebody?
Like they're similar, but they're not.
Why
the
are we
same.
comparing somebody that's probably a part of a trafficking ring, right, to somebody doing a song with a deadbeat after they said they hated a deadbeat? That's such a weird comparison to make.
It is.
That's such a weird comparison. You see what I'm saying? Like it's a weird comparison.
It's just a reach.
You can have your critiques about both of them, but what you're supporting and protecting is, I don't know. I'm rambling now, bro. But that's really all I wanted to get into, bro. Like, even if we go into XXX and he's talking to dude on the phone, like, hey, bro, I ain't gonna. The dude was thinking like, oh yeah, my son just got clipped. I know he got the answers because he's so spiritual. I hear it in his music, right? And then you talk to him and he telling you, go get it back in blood. What you doing? Go get it back in blood. And you like, oh, what's wrong with this dude? He a hypocrite. Or he ain't what I thought he was. He's human. You see what I'm saying? Then he get off the phone and now he having a conversation. He had a convention talking about gun control, and you just told bro to go
crash out,
go clip somebody.
Crazy.
So it's like, you see what I'm saying? Like he's telling you like this is the things we struggle with as human beings.
Yeah, we do.
You see what I'm saying? And you know this because he's talking about himself. People don't want to hear this. People don't want to hear this. You see what I'm saying?
People don't want to face their flaws.
Like, yeah, bro. That's really all it is. I'm not going to keep rambling about it. That's really all I wanted to talk about. Like, I didn't think this video was going to be that long, but it got real. This shit, I'm always going to take the opportunity to talk about humanity, bro. But hey, before y'all get out of here, man, if y'all like storytelling like Tupac's Brenda's Got a Baby or Kendrick Lamar's Sing About Me or Tammy's song, you gonna.
I've been hearing this man talk about this song for a minute, so I'm gonna just check it out. I'm gonna just hear it for myself. Y'all check it out yourselves. I think this is the song you talk about, the vocal chords of a broken woman. I'm actually curious now. He been bringing this up for a while, so I'm gonna listen to it. But anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think he had to on what he have to say about Kendrick Lamar being a hypocrite. Honestly, he brought up a lot of good points. Overall, it comes down to it not being the same. Even though Carti might be a deadbeat and Drake might be a deadbeat, it's not the same because we're comparing somebody who was accused of being a deadbeat versus another person who was literally also accused, as he said, trafficking, being a pedo, texting underage girls on video. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, it's really not the same thing. Like it's not close. At the same time, it's like, does it really matter though? At the end of the day, does it really matter that much? At the end of the day, we got a collab that nobody expected. Carti fans that love Kendrick, which is rare, messing with the collab. Kendrick fans that like Carti are messing with the collab. You know what I'm saying? So it's a W for them. Everybody else that don't like it, I guess that's sucks for you if you tuned in and you didn't like the song. You know what I mean? But me personally, I thought it was a pretty fire song. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just be real with y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about what he had to say. Kendrick Lamar is a hypocrite. We all hypocrites. Let's just keep it a buck.